I've been digging into this tonight, and I found that the Pennsylvania Department of State shows that Lancaster County has 366,000 registered voters, and the Board of Commissioners tells us the 5 improperly registered voters they were just talking about, they were found during a regular voter maintenance procedure. The statement from the Lancaster County Board of Elections says the PA Department of State first found a voter who was a non-citizen who had registered to vote through the motor voter program. The statement then goes on to say the county was then notified of 4 other improperly registered voters. We asked Commissioner Ray D'Agostino to clarify if the 4 other votes were non-citizens or improperly registered, and this was his answer.
It looks like that they should not have been registered because they are non-citizens. At least 4 of them were from the motor voters, we know.
So now we want to break it down. What is a non-citizen? There are different categories to explain. The obvious is that, yes, it is someone who is not a U.S. citizen, but they may have legal permission to work and live here. They could also be visa holders, refugees, or undocumented immigrants. A non-citizen, though, in any of these categories is not allowed to vote in federal, state, and most local elections. That's including right here in Lancaster County. So we spoke to the president of the League of Women Voters in Lancaster County, who says finding the registrations is an example that the system is working.
Pennsylvania is unique. We have 67 counties and they all do things a little differently. So that is an issue. Some standards I think would be welcome. I think that would make things safer and easier for the staff. Our state is also one of the most populous states in the country, yet our election staff is one of the smallest.
So a Lancaster County District Attorney's Office is now investigating, and they'll determine if any of the 5 individuals attempted to cast a ballot. Commissioner D'Agostino tells us the 5 registrations were canceled and they were notified with a letter. I also reached out to the State Department to ask if there are any steps or actions being taken to improve the motor voter program. We'll let you know what we hear back. Back to you.
All right, Thesmine, thank you. And Susquehanna Valley Republican Congressman Lloyd Smucker said this situation is a reason to pass the SAVE Act, a voter ID measure supported by President Trump. The Lancaster County Democratic Committee reacted to Smucker's comment by saying, "We condemn Representative Smucker's use of this incident to push for the passage of the SAVE Act, which, if passed, would disenfranchise thousands of legal voters in Lancaster County." We reached out to Smucker's office this afternoon for a response to that statement, but so far have not heard back.